Hey, sports fans, this is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes here live with the crew. My man, Level Up Sports 10, Mossberg. How you feeling, bro?
Pretty good. Appreciate you having me this evening. What's going on, fellas? Parlay Poe and Isaiah.
What's happening?
We also got the man who knows all of the parlays,
What's going down? How y'all feeling?
Feeling pretty good, Parlay.
Solid.
And we got my man Zay in the house. Zay!
What's up,
What's
fellas?
going on, man? What's going on, Zay?
Not much, man. Glad to talk to y'all again.
For sure. As we all know, man, listen, college football is at a place right now where, listen, it's win. No matter how you win, just win.
Just weird.
That's all you got to do is just win.
City League. Don't jump back in.
Okay, there you go. What's up, T1 from City
What it
League?
do? What it do?
What's going on? What's
In
going
the
on?
building.
See, you got that silver bullet on for a long
You
week.
already know, man. You already know what's going down this way. It's a big
Man.
week. It's a big week in the Big
Yes,
Ten.
it is.
It's a
Yes,
big
it
week
is.
in the Big Ten. Big Ten, big week. Big week,
We're
Big
gonna show
Ten,
you how to
baby.
beat Oregon.
Let's go. Hey, we need it, Poe. We need it,
We're
baby.
gonna show
Come
you how
on.
to be. We're gonna show you how to
Hey,
beat Oregon.
I'm rooting for y'all.
Man, it's going to be a great banger this weekend.
Hey, I'm rooting for them. I need y'all to knock them off for me. For real. Get her done. Get her done for me.
It's gonna be rough.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a game, but y'all could do it. Y'all could do it. Y'all, it's gonna depend on y'all's defense more than y'all's offense, for real. Believe it or not.
Yeah, we're gonna need that boy Will Johnson back. I don't even know if he's gonna play, man.
Yeah, I think he out.
Yeah, I think he getting ready for the draft. He already got a natty.
I told you that was gonna be on his mind.
Yeah.
I told you that was gonna be on his mind. Go ahead and shut it down. I mean, I probably would, especially if I had even if I had a small injury. Ain't no need to make it a verse. Ain't nothing good can come out the season outside of beating Ohio State. For real, just to be honest.
Yeah. He already did that twice. So
right,
he good.
that's what I'm saying. So he really could be like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I got my 2 gold pants. I feel you.
Yeah. And
I ain't hating. Look, I ain't hating. I ain't mad at all.
Projected top 5 pick too. Come on, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
For sure, that'll be the best move he ever made in his life. Go ahead and shut it down. Get ready for the combine. No, he ain't got to go to the combine. Go ahead and get ready for the draft. Yeah.
Right, he sure don't.
Yeah.
But he gonna go and run that 40.
Yeah.
He gonna go and run that 40. They got to run that 40. They got to run that fast 40. That's where they money at. Or he still can wait for his pro day and run his 40 at home comfortably.
But now these kids they got so advanced of what they doing. See, they have like a couple, like them couple small college dudes that's that's gonna be that's really good, but ain't nobody see them. They'll come up to Michigan's pro day and have them up there. So it'd be tons of scouts. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, these kids done got smart with that.
All right, y'all. Well, let's get into these questions, man. I'm anxious to hear what everybody got to say on some of this. We got a nice panel today. Let's get it rolling. Starting off, who gets your Heisman Trophy vote if you had to vote today, and why?
Man.
Today? I got to go with the undefeated dude. I got to go with Gabe from Oregon.
Ooh. Well, I didn't even think about him.
Yeah,
I'm going with Hunter. It's easy for me right now.
Yeah,
I'm going, and really, if you don't want Hunter, I'm taking Shador.
Yeah, I'm going Gabe because
you know.
he ain't lost. The boy ain't lost. Ain't nobody figure out how to beat him yet. So I got to go with Gabe.
And you know, when you speak on this, it's crazy because I got both of them on the paper broken down. Gabriel, and Hunter broken down and crazy. And I have Shador actually third, then Genty, and then Cam Ward because of the way he's played. And Shador, even though he's been consistent, those losses hurt. But with Travis Hunter,
it's only one.
Yeah, I go Travis.
No, it
Hunter.
is two. It is two, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm going Travis Hunter. I like Gabriel, but if you think about 2 games, he's only had 300 yards. I know one was Ohio State, and the other one was Idaho. And then he really haven't thrown as great, I would say, when it comes to yardage as Shador. So that's why I don't have him one. But I have Travis Hunter because of the fact.
You still got to think of the accolades, though. You got to think of how many times dude been sacked, how many interceptions Shador threw, how many interceptions Gabe threw. You got to look at all that yardage and everything. You got to look at everything.
Yeah, I got Gabe second. So I'm gonna tell you why I got Travis Hunter. 60 receptions, 757, 8 touchdowns, 20 tackles, 13 solos, 7 assists, 7 pass defense, forced fumble, 2 interceptions, 1,102 snaps, 475 offense, 631 defense. That's a Heisman for you right there. Colorado's finally in the top 25. And right now, we'll get to that next question, but I feel Colorado could get this Big 12. Just the way these teams matching up with these games late in the season, I think it's advantage for Colorado.
Man, we haven't seen nobody do what Travis is doing. Like, we done seen guys go both ways, but from pure volume alone, you gotta vote the best player. And they tried to make it a quarterback award for so long now, but dude is just doing some things that is just mind-boggling, bro. I just don't even know how he holding up. I mean, we know he got injured and stuff, but dude is just doing some unbelievable stuff, bro, on both sides. He make a play when they need a play every time on both sides.
He cold.
Generational talent, man.
Hey, and just to sprinkle a little something on it, he just became the first player in Big 12 history to be voted offensive and defensive player of the week.
There it is. I knew you had it. I mean, I don't know.
Come on, man. You know that conference weak. That conference weak as hell, bro.
That's why they made sure they threw that out there for him. It was just a little seasoning just for his Heisman Trophy campaign. And I ain't mad at him.
That's weak. That conference weak as hell.
As a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, but I need for Colorado to run through it though, because I don't like how they doing my man Prime. If that had been anybody else, they'd be talking about him from where he bought that program from to where they're at right now, and where it's looking like they may go by the end of the season. It's really remarkable, and nobody's really talking about it just because it's prime time and they do what they do, and I love people that do what they do.
Not to mention Travis Hunter, he be out there. Anything you want him to do on the dance, you seen the Spider-Man this past weekend.
Oh yeah, he be out there stunting. They be out. Prime's boys be out there stunting. Yeah.
So
I love it. They get to play free.
He doing.
I love it.
He might be a fan favorite. He do all the antics, but when he's on the field, it's must see TV, man. Nothing against him.
But you know what? You know what, Moss?
Yep.
He could be doing that in Doak. If y'all's ego wasn't too big, he could be doing that in Doak right now. If y'all's ego wasn't too big and y'all went to go get Prime. And y'all go get Prime.
They want to go get Prime, folks. Man,
they want to go get Prime.
Man, they deserve to be garbage.
Man,
just for that right there. Y'all deserve to be garbage. And y'all deserve to see Prime succeeding out here.
I won't lie, man. I said I said that would be the thing too. With us being how we are, it's in consideration of what you just said. We should have signed Deion Sanders. It don't matter how much we had to pay that man. That's gonna come in the success and the prestige of your program. I feel you all the way on that. I was upset.
Y'all went undefeated last year, bro.
Crazy.
That gotta mean something.
Right.
But
we know last year, and it don't mean nothing, as we can see.
You can't think y'all was supposed to just go get Prime. Really, I mean, out of the judgment of a panel, y'all was damn near about to play for a national championship. That's how you got. You know what I mean? You can't just. That's what I don't know, man. Mike Norvell, he did. I mean, I know y'all having a rough year this year, bro. But bro, it's not easy going undefeated.
I'm a Florida State fan, Dad. I don't even watch Florida State football. I watched the last week's game because I was like, oh, we coming on, and it was the game of who we played. But I don't even keep up with them right now because of what's going on this season until we make a coaching change. It's game cast only for Florida State.
That's tough.
I'm just true, man.
I'm either going with Cam Ward or Dillon Gabriel, man. I mean, I understand everything y'all saying about Travis Hunter, but when you look at his stats in comparison to other wide receivers or other DBs, I mean, he's doing something great going both ways, but they're not going to give him that trophy because he's playing 132 plays a game. They're going to look at, okay, what is his production in comparison to the receivers' production across college football, and what is his production as a defensive back in comparison to others? And his stats is good, but is he in the top 5, top 10? I don't think they're going to give it to him, man. I don't think they're going to give it to him. But I ain't no voter. But if I had to vote, I'm giving it to Cam or Dillon Gabriel.
Yeah, you got to remember, too, like with the DBs like a Travis Hunter, they're not going to go his way often. So he's not going to be up there in interceptions. Yeah. You know, he may not be up there even in tackles or nothing. But that's the sign of a true, real lockdown corner. You don't have a lot of stats because they're not going to come your way. Right. They refuse to. And he's not the number one receiver, but he's the number one receiver. If he was the number one receiver and that's what he did full time, I would have to say that them numbers would increase dramatically. So I think you do have to look at it and with another pair of glasses on compared to, you know, let's say a number one like Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State. I say you do have to look at it like that. I mean, you know, put another set of glasses on because he's not the number one, but he plays just like a number one at both positions.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: if he was in the Big Ten or the SEC, do you think they would throw his way or they'd avoid him?
Nah,
after he got his couple of interceptions, they're gonna leave him the hell alone.
He might have more interceptions.
Everybody.
He might have more interceptions, but don't think they're gonna go away from him because he's Travis Hunter.
I mean, they just not gonna go after him that often. Of course, they're gonna throw sometimes. That's why he's gonna have a couple pass breakups. They're gonna try him. They're gonna see it ain't gonna work, and they're gonna leave him alone.
Yeah, I agree.
If they smart.
But you know what they hate to tell you though? They say this is an individual award, but this also go on the team too.
Yeah, gotta be undefeated.
This also go on the team too.
Yep,
you ain't never seen a sorry team with a Heisman Trophy winner.
Right. You can't even. I don't even know if they've lost more than 2 games. I don't think a Heisman Trophy winner has lost more than 2 games.
Yeah.
So there is a criteria that your team has to have your back too, and y'all have to be out here winning games in order for you to win this award.
True story.
I agree.
Hey, but I'm saying though, the dude from Arizona, the receiver from Arizona, he supposed to be one of them dudes that's supposed to go real high in the draft. You didn't hear nothing about him when Colorado played him because Travis was on him.
Locked him up, locked the doors on him.
You talking about Miller?
I don't even think he might have had 2 catches in that game, and he ain't even playing the second half.
Yeah, he shut him down.
Okay. Hey, y'all making a strong case for Travis Hunter. For sure.
Man.
We believe, baby. We believe.
He good, but I'm sticking with my guy, Gabe.
Yeah,
He ain't
Gabe.
lost.
Yeah.
Well, I need your guy. I need y'all to put some pressure on your guy. This comes Saturday at 3:30.
He gonna feel all this pressure. He gonna feel all this pressure.
That's why we got Travis.
Look, think about Gabe. Let me tell you something. Think about him. We gonna get pressure up the middle. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Our pressure gonna come from up the middle with our two stock defensive linemen with them guys too. Well, Mason and Grant, they both gonna push pressure up the middle. It's different when you put pressure up the middle because you really ain't seen it because you looking, you know what I mean? You looking side to side. And when that pressure come up the middle, you don't really see it like that.
That side to side is a blind side at that
point. That's how Aaron Donald was so good. Because his pressure came from up the middle. And everybody wasn't thinking about that. That's how he led the leading sacks a couple times.
Hey, the dude, Tituria McMillan, he's 6'5". By most websites, he's projected to be the top receiver off the board this year.
Yeah, he's nice. He's definitely nice, but there's some gems out there.
His stats ain't like that, though.
Yeah.
Hey, if you projected to be number one, though, you projected to be number one. That means you that guy. I mean, his stats might not be like that because of whatever, offensive line issues, quarterback issues, coaching issues. Your stats can be affected by a lot of different things.
You sure can. That's why people get drafted off potential.
Right. Yeah, potential. Yeah, upside. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, well, let's go to this next question. Why is it 18th ranked 7-0 Pitt getting more respect?
Man.
Because their coach.
Because they schedule garbage?
No, it's their coach. It's their coach. He can't win that game. It's their coach.
I don't think they think that offense is explosive or the offense is good enough. I don't think people question the defense. It's just their offense then looks real suspect.
Yeah,
and then your schedule, it don't warrant for that.
Right. So listen,
they at least want you to play who they feel like is the big dogs in college. I ain't playing no big dogs while y'all
right. So listen to their schedule so far. Now they got a game or two that they're gonna have to play. And maybe even this week with SMU. So, but we'll see if they stuck too. But they played Kent State, Cincinnati, who they only beat by 1 point, West Virginia, who they beat by 4, Youngstown State, North Carolina, California, Syracuse, and now SMU, which is probably going to be their toughest challenge. But when has SMU been anything, and they're ranked in the top 20? Since what? Ain't that where? Who went to SMU? Bo Jackson?
Nah, Eric Dickerson.
Eric Dickerson.
The Pony Express. Craig James.
Yeah, Dickerson. Yeah. SMU top 20. That may be must-see TV.
I think.
Dude, they had the death penalty, man.
Yeah, they got
that North Carolina, California, them was all close games too. Them is like
bums. Bums. West Virginia, Cincinnati, them are bums when you're talking about big dogs. But they will come out and fight you, and they fought with them. So, but that's why they rank so low.
I think
they haven't played anybody.
Yeah, and I think another thing, I don't know, it's the ACC, man. I think if you really look at it, you got Miami and Clemson, that's in the top, but those are prestigious schools. That's been proven, over the years. And in the last few years, they've definitely won games and held their position. So I think the ACC affects that, being in the ACC, but also teams that we've seen, like how Indiana is now 8-0. When they were, I think, 5-0, or it took them to get to 5-0 or 6-0 to get into that top 25. So it seems like teams that's not proving themselves, they have to prove themselves a few more weeks before they maybe, increase on that, movement in the rankings or something, because I think this Pitt team is scary. And like you said about the SMU game that they have coming up, I think that's definitely going to be a big game. It's going to be must-see TV. I think SMU is a team that people are slipping up on. And when I look at the ACC, SMU, this is the toughest game that I feel they have for the rest of the season coming up this weekend. And if Pitt can beat SMU, I think Pitt and
you said Pitt. I thought you said Penn State
for the ACC championship. But they're definitely worth more than that ranking for sure. Just my opinion.
Okay. I mean, that was some good info.
Main defense.
Let me ask y'all this: what team do you think can beat number 1 Oregon at a neutral site?
Ohio State.
Any given Saturday.
And with Oregon I got Texas and Ohio State, the two teams. Then I got themselves, and I look at it as neutral site might be their kryptonite. That might be their kryptonite this season. So I just have Ohio State.
Georgia can get them. Georgia get them. Georgia.
Well, if the Georgia who played Georgia who played Texas.
Yeah, that Georgia that played Texas is national championship bound.
That Georgia who played Texas.
National championship. What are they gonna do? What Georgia we gonna see?
Man, I think anybody can get anybody on it. It ain't no super dominant team this year.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah. That's what I said. Yeah. Any given side.
I agree.
It's gonna be whoever rolling at that time of the year during them neutral site games. Whoever been clicking.
Yeah, that's a definite. That's a definite.
Yeah, that's
but ain't nobody gonna put no $100 on SMU to beat them on a neutral site.
Nah.
It's still gonna be about
it's a season, but I don't know. It's just I would look at it.
Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing that.
Yeah.
I break it down like this, OG. I say the top 3 teams that make the playoffs from the Big Ten and the SEC will be able to beat them on the neutral site. The top maybe 2 teams from the ACC will be able to beat them on a neutral site, because all them teams should be the better teams by the end of the college football season. And depending upon if it's Boise State out of the 9 group of 5, they will be able. We already seen them take them to the brink. They will be able to play with them dudes on a neutral site. So everybody else that's in the non-power 5, I mean, they unproven. So I'm not gonna go on a limb and say them. But if you look at the rankings 1 through, I mean, maybe you get down to Kansas State at 17, everybody can beat everybody on any day. Everybody.
And one thing that I noticed that's different from my university and other universities is that I don't care who we're playing, they're going to show America their best game. We get the best out of schools. You know what I mean? I heard one of my own fans say that Indiana gonna kick Ohio State's ass because they only beat Nebraska by 4 points. It don't work like that. It might work like that in Little League, and he probably was a Little League coach champion, but it don't work like that. Out here, because I know Ohio State, we get everybody's best punch. And I watch a lot of football, and I see a lot of universities laying down when they walk into some of these stadiums. They just lay down. They don't even care about beating them. They just lay down like it's some type of buddy system, and they just gonna get a free victory. They don't even try. But I've never seen a team go heads up with Ohio State and not try to win that game. And I see that in a whole lot of places. So maybe that, and playing teams like Michigan now, and that may take Oregon to a whole nother level. Oregon has a great program. They recruit well, and they're really, really just missing that real life toughness and that schedule that will allow you to set yourself up to win a national championship.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm quite sure there's some other universities that feel that same way too. But I
Yeah.
agree with you. I mean,
Nah, I see him laying down. I see him laying down.
Man, really, honestly, I feel like going into the year, the Big Ten did the best they could with the scheduling. But really, if you look at the schedules, they kind of threw Ohio State. They thought they were throwing Ohio State a favor, but then teams popped. And then
It ain't never a favor.
Nah, they thought they was doing
You got to play in the Big Ten.
They wanted Ohio State to be at the top at the end of this season. But this is my opinion. I think they thought them West Coast schools, all of them. I thought they thought all of them was gonna come in and have a better year. Not just Oregon. I thought they thought Washington and UCLA was gonna do better in the Big Ten this year. And
I know we didn't.
I mean, listen, Washington was in the national championship last year too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this ain't the Pac-10.
Yeah, that's right. But Michigan, we thought Michigan was going to have a better year.
Yeah.
Hey, man, a Pac-10 team is the #1 team in the Big Ten right now.
Right.
What about that?
Exactly.
It's been that little thought too.
Exactly.
Wow, now that Oregon, they just, because they jerseys and stuff. Man, them dudes been having dudes in the trenches. They've been having dudes in the trenches for like.
Yes, I don't think we got thrown the bone with Oregon on our schedule.
Right.
I'm quite sure we didn't get thrown the bone with Oregon on our schedule. As if somebody thought, hey, we're gonna make sure 110% that they go undefeated. Nah, bro.
Yeah, because it's a coincidence that they was on your schedule, like you just said. It's crazy, and I'm just thinking about this because if you think of the years of at this point in the season, when have Oregon been undefeated with a team? Whenever they got a big win, they normally lose that big game like a few weeks before what they would be, maybe 8-1 or something like that. So what a coincidence that they do pop up on your schedule the first year. And we know facts of football, Oregon don't win a big game. They finally won one. So why? I'm going to just look at it that way. And it's crazy that, like you said, wow.
And I actually had to put Oregon on our schedule out the gates because we had a home and home with them. But 2020 COVID messed that up.
Yeah.
So they played in Columbus. So they had to hurry up and get that game back in Eugene as quick as possible. And they made it happen, and it was a hell of a game.
Hey, the only thing I'm saying though is like, if you look at our schedule, bro, the only games you would have expected to be big on our schedule this year is Oregon, Penn State, and Michigan. That's 3 out of 9. You wouldn't have never.
So look at everybody else's schedule and tell me who their 3 is.
Michigan. Who Michigan?
And tell me if it's no different.
Who Michigan got?
Man, Michigan got like about 5 on theirs when you go at the beginning of the season.
I think Michigan played USC. Who else they played? They played
Washington,
Texas.
They got Penn State, Texas. Ain't nobody. I don't know of many teams with a rougher schedule than Michigan.
Yeah, in that Big Ten, they got a
So
tough.
if you thought and asked somebody else and got on that conspiracy theory stuff, you would have said, man, they try to make sure Michigan didn't defend their national championship.
Not with a schedule like that. Listen, since the time Purdue beat us, back in 2000, what is that? 19,
12,
18,
2012.
Years,
Oh no.
12. Or I'm all the way off. But back since they beat us then, bro, they ain't never been a problem. Indiana ain't never been a problem. Purdue, these teams at Michigan, Iowa ain't never been a problem.
Indiana beat y'all.
Bro, Indiana ain't beat us in what?
They did too. They beat y'all when they had that running back number 8 when he kept running, breaking them long runs. Indiana beat y'all, bro. You better look that up. Indiana beat y'all.
That's not in like that's once in like the last decade though, bro. This is the Big Ten you talking about.
Yeah, I'm saying Indiana. They beat y'all. They beat y'all when they had that star running back.
That's not in the Ryan Day era.
No, we ain't talking about Ryan Day.
He been there 6 years, 7 years.
Ryan Day been there what?
He been there.
He ain't been there that long.
He been there.
He been there 7 years.
Bro, we went to the championship in 2021 with Justin Fields. He been there before that. He was there before that.
Oh, you talking about when he wasn't no head coach though? You just talking about him being on the staff?
Head coaching job since like 99, I think 99, 98.
Who? Bro.
Day.
What is he talking about?
Yeah, I think But yeah, let's keep it moving, bro.
Yeah.
Because I was on my phone looking
All right,
up some
next question. Are there any players from your team that you think might hit the portal?
I just hope don't none of mine go up north. I hope Aaron Nolans has a hate for Michigan and say, like that's the last school I go to. Because I know I'm thinking probably just at my crib, Aaron Nolans and probably the other the Hines Weeks or whatever or whatnot. Yeah, like probably most likely both of them. Hey, maybe even I don't know. It may be a surprise. It may be a surprise because Brown could get up out of there too. I know we losing at least 2, and I could see even possibly 3 with St. Clair that's coming in. We got a 5-star coming in next year. So and then with saying right now or whatever, however they feel like they want to put it, like we really about to be sitting really, really nice. So the way that Aaron Nolans came in and wasn't able to move up that depth chart and Sane came in and flew up that depth chart, he ain't gonna make it. He want to play football. I don't see him talking out. I want to compete, and we got a 5-star coming in next year too. So
I think Air better anyway.
For the record, Ryan Day been there since 2019. Y'all don't know your own goddamn team.
That's what I said. I said 19.
I said like 6-7 years. It's 2024.
You said 9. One of y'all clowns said 99.
I said that's retarded, and that's what
Hey.
Yeah.
I stopped talking after that. That was blasphemous.
Parlay Polo play those games when it comes to these historical numbers and stats, man.
I said we was in the national championship in 21, and I said he was there a couple years before.
That might have been my misquote. I just had the 9 at the end for the 2019 because I'm just thinking because I knew in 2020 it got canceled. They didn't want to play us, and he only had the year before that he had a victory. Other than that, he ain't done nothing. So, hey Poe, I know my years and my history.
Yeah, okay.
I hope one player I've been looking at, I think it's actually going to be a couple of my Seminoles that leave. Hakeem Williams, the wide receiver freshman, that I had high hopes for. But with the quarterback situation, I think he's definitely going to leave. And one of my favorite players, y'all know, Ryan. I hope he don't leave Alabama. There's been some quiet talks and him possibly leaving. There's been a lot of questions and speculation in the air with the way their season's going. I just hope he don't leave, but it's a possibility he might.
Well, you don't feel like y'all doors coming open?
Y'all play the portal real well, though, bro. I see y'all getting the quarterback. Y'all was a little janky in that portal this year.
Yeah. I hope our doors open up like I hope that the Red Sea part for Florida State next year, boy.
Think about that portal. You don't think none of your players going until you hear something. You know what I mean?
We're gonna lose a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Since us, I'm in another state of Michigan, so I won't know dude going to a portal unless I go in there and one of the hometown dudes is discussing that so-and-so going in the portal. Then I go over there and check and everything. But this portal thing, like you said, they were trying to only do it 2 times a year because it'd be a person that ain't have a good spring practice. Now he then got demoted. Now he jumped in the portal because he know he ain't gonna be able to play. You know what I mean? Like that's unfair, man.
I think they're gonna try and get rid of that one. Yeah. I think
it should just be one. Like you only get one shot, and look, it got to be right after the season. You ain't going to no bowl game. You ain't. As soon as this 12th game, you out of here.
Or, you know what or if your coach get fired. Or if your coach get fired and you, your coach get fired. You know what I mean? Like
you still gotta wait. You gotta wait till the window open.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you can jump in that portal. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I will have it just. Of course, we know we ain't gonna be able to do nothing, so we can talk till our ears turn blue. But you know, just one time at the end of the year. All right, your coach get fired. You can leave at the end of the year. Maybe we might still give you another year eligibility. I think they're gonna change a lot of things when they get rid of the NCAA. And I wish I could get on their staff, but I know I can't. But you know, they're talking about letting people apply for jobs where you ain't gotta have no degree or nothing in that field one day. But you know, if you don't try, you never know what can happen.
Right.
You got that right.
But they're getting the NCAA up out of here. I know I ain't gonna have nothing to do with it, and I'm gonna love it. And it's gonna give our universities more money. You know what I mean? And shoot, open up the door, man.
Right.
Ain't mad that I'm making money.
All right, next one, fellas. Will Prime leave Colorado after this season for what appears to be a better situation?
Only situation is Florida State.
Yeah.
But I really like him. I really would like to see, really, I would like to see him steal that quarterback from USC. I would like to see him steal that quarterback from USC and stay there in Colorado. And he's in a perfect conference. He's in a perfect conference to where if he can start getting his players in there, that's like Shedeur, that's like Travis, you know what I mean? That's like Horn, and get those big offensive and defensive linemen. He could do something in the Big 12, probably, and be more successful than he would be over in the ACC, which we know all of those going to be, you know, non-existent in just a few years. The NCAA is up out of here.
Yeah, honestly, me personally, as a Florida State fan, I hope he comes to Florida State. There's just a lot of stuff that will have to happen in order for that to happen. A lot of money involved, but me, I'm all for it. If it's a better situation for him, you know, definitely at Florida State, but it's tough because, like you said, he's built in something different there in Colorado. He definitely is, and I've been checking.
Actually, I don't even know how y'all would get him now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I was just about to ask that question, Paul. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all would get him now because I think he feel a certain way right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He feel a certain way because he feel like he should have been pursued at, when he was at Jackson State. And you know what I mean? That's how y'all should have pursued him in. You know what I mean?
Coach Prime's ego.
Yeah.
Think about his ego.
Exactly.
That's what I was thinking the same thing, Poe. And I'm thinking about because you really got to think about Coach Prime's ego. So now his ego, now he may really have a competitive fire against Florida State. Like, y'all want to play me like that?
Yeah.
After all, I'm Coach. I'm prime time.
I made.
You know what I mean? So now you got to think about if his ego or even let him go back home where he's supposed to be after they played him and made him go over there and freeze in Colorado. But you know, he shines so bright, he make it look like it's warm everywhere he go.
He mess around, go to the Gators.
Yeah. Bro, word on the street is though he already flipped. Word on the street is he already flipped Julian Lewis. They just didn't announce it.
Yeah.
He was just on.
Let him get it.
Yeah, he's been flipping quite a few players to Colorado, so that's another reason why. Like Poe said, with the money involvement, how they played him, like he wasn't even the first thought of coaches going to Florida State, which baffled me when I read about it. I'm like, come on, man, this is prime. Y'all gotta have him there. It's only right for the prestige for the school. You talking about
Right.
Bowden, who had this man who brought national championships. They made that Florida State University what it is, and for it to happen that way, I was just
because they thought it was gonna be a clown show.
Yeah. That's why they ain't talking about him right now. They really thought it was gonna be a clown show. Like he think he gonna do this. And, that's why they ain't saying nothing. That's why I pray that they keep winning, man, because they're gonna eventually have to say something. But they are quiet. They quiet about Coach Prime and them Colorado boys.
Yeah. They don't have no choice but to. Like, I feel like that's why he's having the success he's having, and we are like in Florida State. That's why they're having the tumultuous season they're having, is because of it. And this is year 2. When you get to that second year, you do the things that he's doing. Only way is up for that university, and I think he stays, which is, man, I think it's good for college football overall. Florida State just gonna have to deal with the loss.
Okay. I'm just listening, man. I'm just listening. Was Texas A&M's decision to sign that $75 million check to Jimbo the best move they made this season?
Nope.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yes, it was.
Why you say that, bro?
Because Jimbo was stuck in his ways, bro. He had everything he did was stale. You know what I mean? Like, everything he did was stale. He couldn't win the big game, and then he keep losing. He losing recruits that Texas ain't even getting. You know what I mean? Like, he let them dudes go to Georgia and places in Alabama like that. When you got all that money and stuff like that, you Texas A&M should no recruit get out of there, man. There's so many players in Texas, man.
So time out. What's the deal? My fault. Maybe I don't know what the deal is.
What? When they paid him all that money? Yeah, they paid him that money to firing.
Yeah.
Oh, they paid him to firing?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. My bad. I thought he got him a $75 million bag. That's all I'm like, nah. Okay, to fire him, yeah. It's a business decision. They rich, they got money. That's nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's like $7,500 to us.
Right. Yeah, like
move forward for sure.
Yeah, they gave him that bread to fire him, and I think that was the best thing for him.
Brilliant.
That was the best thing for him, man.
When I seen, I think when he had left Florida State, that I think it was after the first year, I was like, man, I'm glad we got rid of him, because they was tumultuous. They was terrible. And then he gone to another team. So
they just be giving these cats money, and they just be doing nothing and hopping around from university to university.
But if you look at that team he had, look at that team he had. He was under, man. This dude had the team, man. He had some teams at Texas A&M, man.
Even at Florida State, he couldn't win a big game.
Yeah, he couldn't. But it's a lot of them dudes from that Texas A&M. Go ahead.
He had 2 national championships with Jimbo Fisher at Florida State.
Yeah. Yep.
Simple as that.
Yeah, I like Jimbo, bro. I don't know. Like, he was definitely going through a rough patch, but I'm not sure that he couldn't have turned it around. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's the biggest decision, for real. I would go with something in season, because maybe the same thing they did last week is something that he could have did. So I'm not sure if he recruited that guy or what, but whoever recruited
Jimbo was there too long, man.
Whoever recruited that freshman that's the biggest one right there, because he y'all's future. He Texas A&M future.
Jimbo was there too long, bro.
Yeah, too long. Jimbo Fisher had at least 5 straight top 5 recruiting classes. I think he had 2 in a row.
Yeah.
He had more 5-star. He had 5 stars on top of 5 stars on top of 5 stars, and was going 6-6, 7-5, 8-4.
Yeah, horrible.
It should have never been that way with the talent that he had. like Poe said, he was set in his ways. He was stuck in the dinosaur ages.
Yeah,
He just couldn't work out, man.
and a
Couldn't
lot
work
of
out.
men, little young men that was on his Texas A&M, they in the league right now.
Yeah.
They in the league,
Yeah.
man. Like, so I'm like, it's like he couldn't coach the talent, like, cause them dudes is in the league right now.
Oh man, that sounds like Ryan Cooper.
Yeah,
Did y'all know
yeah.
Jameis Winston was supposed to go to Texas, man?
He said what?
No, I didn't
Jameis
know
Winston was supposed to go to Texas, but Mac Brown did not call him, man. He didn't call him. He didn't recruit him. He wanted to go to Texas. He wanted to be the next Vince Young, man.
Vince
And
Young.
Mac Brown didn't want him.
That's wild.
And we had 10 years of heartache because Mac Brown started getting kind of off too. That's what messed Texas up, man. He started getting a little bit off. You know?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
let's go to this next one. Go ahead, Paul.
I said Mac Brown getting dementia.
Yeah.
Yeah. That dude, man. Go ahead. Go, let's go to the next one.
Let me stop laughing first, man. I love Mac Brown, man, because he brought us a national championship, man. But
Yeah.
that's funny. What two teams make the Big 12 championship in y'all's thoughts? Who makes the Big 12 championship?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with my picks. I got BYU and I got Kansas State punching it out.
Yeah. That sound good.
Kansas State got that final finale with Iowa State. So really, whoever win that game, I just see them making it again. BYU ain't losing. But whoever win that last game of the year in conference play between Iowa State and Kansas State, definitely punching their ticket.
Now we got to go back to what kind of Iowa State we going to get. If we get the Iowa State versus Iowa game, I'm going with Iowa State. Them dudes was out there playing against that. Because they crosstown rivalries, they was playing real hard in that game. If you get that Iowa State, they hard to beat.
I'm going BYU, Colorado. Big 12 championship.
I want to go BYU, Colorado, but I don't know if Colorado gonna be able to get enough to happen to get in there, man.
And that's what I'm thinking.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that too. But I'm gonna go BYU, Iowa State.
I never did look at the tiebreaker. Did you, Rob?
No, I didn't look at it. Man, it's probably too much paperwork.
Yeah, I know Kansas State beat Colorado.
Yeah, that's a head-to-head.
Yeah.
So, and they don't play Iowa State or BYU.
Yeah.
I like Kansas State quarterback, man.
Here's the thing.
I like their quarterback.
Colorado can easily win out. They have Texas Tech, Utah, Kansas, and Oklahoma State. They can easily win out.
Yeah.
What they got Texas
I mean,
Tech?
just like they can easily drop one or two of those too, but the way that they're playing right now, they could easily win out.
I mean, the only one I can see them dropping is Kansas.
Same goes for nobody's beating BYU. BYU has Utah, almost the same ones that Utah, Kansas, and Arizona State and Houston. So there's absolutely no chance. Like, it's at Utah.
Let me see where they play Texas. Where they play Texas Tech at? Colorado.
At Texas Tech.
That's going to be the tough game.
Tortillas, baby. They'll be throwing them tortillas. I'm telling you.
Man, that's going to be the
Super Bowl, bro.
That's going to be
Super Bowl.
Because Texas Tech crowd and the way they going right now in the SEC this year, shit.
Yeah, they're gonna end up going off of them rankings because like Iowa State has to play Kansas State. So that'll either knock Kansas State out with a second loss. That could possibly knock them out with a second loss.
And they'll need Iowa State to lose somewhere in between that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Colorado need for somebody to get beat, and they got to win out. And see that ain't fair. I wonder if Colorado wins out if they show them a little bit more love in a polls, because you're gonna have to think about them teams, them other teams that they let get in. Because they're going to let a couple more. Well, we know the Big 12 and the ACC, it's very possible that they could get one. You know, it's very possible that they could. One of those conferences could possibly only get one team in there.
I think the ACC only getting one team in there.
You say that ACC one of them? I believe so too. I don't believe a second place ACC team is on the level of a third or fourth place SEC or ACC squad.
Because it's tough. Because that Clemson Miami matchup, you got SMU, Clemson, Miami, Pitt. They all literally playing each other these last few weeks of the season. So they're gonna be knocking each other upside the head in them last few games.
I think it come down to the name too, though, man. They be trying to generate that money. So if it do come down to a Clemson Miami, you can't just say the ACC gonna get one, because they gonna take them names over anything you got in the Big 12.
If Clemson or Miami loses at this point in the season, it's over with. I'm an ACC football. I know it. Trust me. They're only getting one in for this playoff. I'm a Florida State fan. We went undefeated last season. We didn't get no playoff. They don't like the ACC as much as others. Trust me. We ain't getting more than one in.
I bet you.
Give me BYU and Iowa State. No.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm thinking too.
I'm taking my heart out of it.
They don't play each other, do they?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
Who that?
BYU, Iowa State, and I think that's the lookout we was talking about.
Because either one of them could possibly afford to lose and still make it to that conference game.
Yeah.
What two teams make it to the ACC championship game? That should be easy.
ACC.
Who was that? Pitt and Clemson? Miami and Clemson?
I'm going to go, man,
I'm
going to go
Miami
Pitt.
and Clemson myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm taking this on the wing. I'm going to say Pitt and Clemson. I don't know why. I'm going to just throw it out there. Pitt and Clemson. Clemson play Miami. They all play each other. But Miami got to play Duke, and they go to Syracuse. They got Syracuse and Georgia Tech the last two games on the road.
Duke ain't been there.
Miami got it easy. The Miami gonna kill all of them. Syracuse garbage.
Mark's trying to bring up Duke because that was his dark horse.
Yeah.
He's trying to bring up Duke.
They about to kick Duke's ass.
My sleeper team.
Yeah, look, you know what I mean? Like,
and they busted up my Seminoles.
I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, man,
I think SMU beat Pitt this week. So just off the schedules, I'm gonna have to say SMU and Miami.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Clemson got to play Miami and Pitt.
Yeah.
They got to go to Pitt. I don't know where they play Miami at though.
Clemson gonna beat Pitt.
Play Miami.
Clemson gonna beat Pitt.
No, I'm taking Pitt, Miami.
Okay, I hear you.
I'm gonna say Pitt, Miami.
Listen, Pitt's defense, man. Pitt's defense. They're gonna give Case Klubnik all he can handle.
Great, yeah. I'm gonna say Pitt, Miami. That's what it's gonna be.
Oh, Clemson don't play Miami. Oh, I thought they played Miami. They don't play Miami. Listen, they got South Carolina the last game of the season. South Carolina might give them some trouble.
If their quarterback If their quarterback's still playing, they get anybody trouble, man. South Carolina will get anybody trouble.
Yeah, that quarterback.
That D-line get after it too.
Yeah.
In that crowd.
What two teams make the Big Ten championship?
Ohio State and Oregon.
I second that thought. And I got the Hoosiers looming, with your boy getting healthy November 2nd coming this weekend.
Hey, the Hoosiers could possibly make the playoffs.
Yeah.
The best thing, and maybe even the best thing for the Hoosiers, would be to have one loss and not make it to the championship game, and they could possibly be that third or fourth team slipping in to that 12-team playoffs coming out of the Big Ten.
Now, Indiana, if the Hoosiers gonna make it, they don't need to lose a game, bro. They can't lose a game. Indiana ain't been there in so long, man. That stuff, everybody don't try to act like.
I think they can if that one game is Ohio State.
That take a toll, man. Your popularity do take a toll. I don't care what nobody say.
If that one game is Ohio State, I think they got a shot.
They can't lose nothing in the Big Ten to be in the BCS.
I think they could make it with one loss. It just depends what they showing look like against.
I don't think so. I don't think not them. Not Ohio State could. Oregon or somebody like that, but not Indiana, bro.
Now, like 15 or 16?
Yeah, not like Indiana. Their popularity ain't like that. I'm telling you, that goes on there too, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Indiana. Well, we can wait till after no get through going through these, but hey, it's some big games in the Big Ten. Let's roll. No, I got Ohio State, Oregon.
You see it?
Yeah, rematch.
Huge games in the Big Ten.
People still gonna be losing though. That's the thing.
You did what?
It's still 4 more weeks to go. People still gonna take some more L's.
Yeah, Indiana. I think Michigan State. I think Michigan State may be used to beating Indiana.
You put them clothes up.
They are.
All right. Yeah, because I'm on you. You be doing too much.
Maybe 3 weeks ago, I was firm on Oregon and Ohio State. I'm not so firm on that right now. I don't know, man. I'm not so firm on it right now.
Yeah. Ain't nobody say Penn State?
No, we got Penn State today. I mean, this week we got to knock Penn State out their misery Saturday.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk.
And look, I even got Buckeye fans that's out here scared, and I can't stand it, man. I can't stand it. Like, man, Penn State, man, y'all some man. I ain't even gonna say.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you gotta pick the fans you want to be around when you watching games and stuff, bro.
Yeah,
look, when you watching games and stuff, bro, it's certain fans, Michigan fans, and Steelers fans. I won't watch the game around, bro.
Right.
I'll tell you that right now.
Like,
where you watching the game
Debbie
at?
Downers. They Debbie Downers.
Right. I drape them off. Where you watching the game at? I think I'm going
home by myself.
I'm going to Hilliard at this one bar. I don't mean you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man, crazy.
Oh, man, that's wild. What two teams make it to the SEC championship game?
Woo.
I still got Texas and Texas A&M. I think both of them teams went out till they meet each other. I think Texas beat them though, so it'll be a rematch.
The battle of the Texas.
You said who?
Texas and Texas A&M. I said this two
weeks ago. A&M and Texas.
I said they'll both win out. They'll meet that last game of the regular season. Texas will win, and they'll rematch it 2 weeks later in the SEC championship.
SEC. So yeah. Bruh. I'm putting Georgia in there.
Georgia still gotta play what?
Georgia ain't gonna lose again, bruh.
Yeah, Georgia. The
way they
I know they still got Tennessee.
Georgia ain't losing no more.
Georgia got Florida, Ole Miss, Tennessee. Massachusetts, Georgia Tech. Damn, why they got so many young games, bro?
Yeah, Georgia ain't
But
losing no
yeah,
more.
all they got is yeah, they ain't losing.
Yeah.
All they got is Tennessee. I don't believe in Ole Miss, but maybe that Georgia Ole Miss game be good. Like we've seen, Georgia has 2 teams, so it's going to depend on which team show up. Georgia could get knocked out. They already got 1 L.
Yeah, they can, but bro, they look so impressive against Texas. I was like, man.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
I'm still looking at that game. The second half, they didn't look too good, but that first half, I'm talking about whoever gave them that speech in the first half, they just came out looking so good, man. Like, and
I was like, I didn't believe this was the same team I had watched all season, honestly.
Right.
Oh, give me Georgia and Texas. I believe Texas makes it. I believe Texas definitely is one of those teams. I don't see them lose. I don't see them losing again.
Yeah, I see the rematch.
Arkansas, Kentucky, and Texas A&M.
Yeah, I can see that rematch.
Definitely agree.
Yeah, I can see that.
Football, even though the way that second half was, like, it was just a great game.
I know the state of Texas is hoping Texas and Texas.
I said Texas. Hold up. Who said Texas A&M? Who was that said that?
Isaiah.
I would say keep Texas Tech on the thoughts though, because
you mean Texas A&M?
That's what I said. I said Texas A&M. I said that 2 weeks ago.
No, Moss said keep Texas Tech in the thoughts, but I'm looking and I ain't thinking about Texas Tech, and I see where what we say Texas A&M. Yeah, they got it. They actually do. They actually do have a shot.
Just bring your character.
They got that creative player coming in at quarterback now, bro. It's gonna be hard to slow him down, bro.
Yeah, but they get to him. Yeah, I got Georgia. I got Georgia and Texas.
The question is though, for real, it's like
that's what I meant. Texas A&M. Why did I say?
Oh no, Texas A&M and Texas playing the last game, so that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, that's a rivalry game anyway. Yeah, so they playing in the last game, so that's impossible. One of them would be knocked out.
We gotta know the tiebreakers too, because all 3 of them teams can end up with 1.
Highest ranked team. The tiebreakers are going to be the head-to-head, and then after that, it's whichever team is ranked in a poll, which means that this is very political. If it comes down to this, and whoever has the bigger name is going to go.
True story. I've been trying to tell people that, bro. Like, come on, man. It's the popularity vote too, man.
Each conference got their own set of bylaws on what's going to happen, and you never know what it's going to be, man.
Yeah, remember they took out the divisions, so they did it's head to head, and then I believe they're going by whoever the highest ranked team is.
I know the Big Ten took out the division. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah, everybody did. Everybody just going the top 2 teams to where, you know, how it used to be, you know, Ohio State and Michigan couldn't meet in the Big Ten championship. Now Ohio State and Michigan can meet in the Big Ten championship if it comes to that in a year.
Yeah.
So they took that out for everybody when they boosted up the numbers of conferences this year.
Listen, the bylaws is they do head-to-head first, and then they move to teams' records against common SEC opponents. So you really have to put a comb through these schedules, bruh, to really see how this is going to go down.
Yeah, you do.
It ain't the highest ranked team.
I'm going to give it to Texas and the SEC over any other team, though. You got to think this is Texas you're talking about. Texas is different. Texas will get that bid, especially with a win over A&M in the last game of the season.
They definitely got to win out. If they win out, they in there.
Yeah.
But if Georgia win out,
that's why I said I think I'm definitely going with Texas. I think that's my only one that I'm saying I'm rolling with Texas right there.
Georgia got the
because
hardest
if you really look
schedule
at
out of all three of them teams.
Yeah, that's why you really can't put them in there.
And listen, Carson Beck has not played no good football. Well, I ain't gonna say that because he did drop 400.
I don't like him. He ain't that good to me, but he ain't my quarterback.
Well, he said he ain't my quarterback. I don't know, man. We have to see, man. We have to see. But I think we're all pretty close in who we think is gonna make it to these conference championships games, though. I mean, we might be off one or two teams, but for the most part, it's pretty consistent.
But it's some banging games out here, and we got so much football left, and like really, it's up in the air. So many something gonna happen this weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
Something's gonna get popped this weekend. Something's gonna happen.
Couple this weekend,
and I think for sure, we got fireworks because I already know just with the Big Ten, we got games.
Yeah, Michigan.
We got games in the Big Ten. Let me go look and see what that SEC schedule like this week, cause dog, I know our stuff is banging.
Well, I know Georgia played Florida.
While you doing that, let's look at this last question and then we can talk about whatever after that.
Yes, sir.
The CFP rankings come out on next Tuesday. What's your thoughts on that?
Ooh.
I'm real interested how they weigh bad losses that happened earlier in the year. Like for instance, Notre Dame losing to Northern Iowa. Where you put them guys at? Just bad losses, bro. Because when you got bad losses, it ain't no scrubbing that out of your system, bro. It's just there on your resume, and they always say it's a resume thing. So that's the most interesting thing I can see where they place teams that got some of them worse losses. That's in them top 12, and the non-Power 5 team. I know there's going to be Boise State, but I'm pretty sure they're going to give us clarification about who the next couple other teams was. So I want to see how they weigh in Army, even a Tulane. If a Tulane is in there, Washington State, that's one loss, but I would think that they grouping that team with them. So I want to see how they weigh them teams too.
Yeah, they was talking about Notre Dame's bad loss. Hold on, what's going on?
You there? We can hear you.
Yeah, they was talking about Notre Dame's bad loss because Northern Illinois got 4 losses.
Right, that lost bad on that lost bad.
Yeah.
Really, and if I'm on a committee, I can't let them in. Like you had a breakdown like that. That means you can have a breakdown like that on this is the biggest stage. We're talking about the biggest stage of college football. And you lost to this? No, I can't vouch for you coming in here. I don't care who you beat.
Right.
I can't buy it.
But they're Notre Dame, so if they only have one loss, they're letting them in.
I'm like a kid waiting for the 4th of July's fireworks, man, because that's exactly what it's going to be next week. It's going to be some fireworks in this playoff. Everything y'all saying with the losses, I've been thinking about that Notre Dame loss every other week that I see Northern Illinois go down. Like Notre Dame, but Northern Illinois is losing. So when you beat a team that's in the top, if they're still in the top, you definitely solidifying yourself in a position. But everything else, man, it's just like fireworks, man. I'm ready. I'm waiting for it because it's definitely going to be a show. We're going to have crazy content, and it's just going to start and get even more fun.
Hey, that was the perfect definition of getting caught slipping. Because, really, I don't know who really thought that Northern Illinois would lose to this many MAC teams after they beat Notre Dame.
Exactly.
I thought that they were going. I'm like, okay, they probably about to go. They about to go smash the MAC. They about to run through the MAC.
Yeah, that ain't happened.
Yeah. So that means somebody else can pop them too. It just goes to show if you don't come with your hard hat on and you're not ready, you can get popped. You can get popped. It's going down this week. Hey, can somebody put when we go to the other one, Moss B, pull up the SEC schedule for this week.
Oh man,
I got the Big Ten schedule pulled up.
I got you.
This stuff crazy.
I don't think the college football playoff rankings is going to look any different, too much different than the AP top 25, man. I don't think it's going to look too much different.
They already showed us what it's going to look like, really, for real.
Run down the Big Ten while he looking up the SEC.
No, we're all good. So we can just keep on going on. We just that was just for when we got to the end of the last question.
Yeah, that's it. We ain't got no more questions.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the Big Ten. Here go the schedule for the Big Ten this week. You got Ohio State, Penn State. You got Minnesota and Illinois. That's still going to be a game to keep your eye on. Northwestern, Purdue, that's an interstate battle. Oregon, Michigan, we know what that's going to be. Indiana, Michigan State, we know Indiana is favored in that, but we know that at least in the beginning, it should be a good game. UCLA, Nebraska, and that's good for, the product. Wisconsin, Iowa, that's going to be a good game. And USC and Washington. So as a conference, that's a killer banger schedule. We at the end of October. It's time to rev it up, get ready to, make that championship push to that conference championship with hopes of getting in that playoff. And it's time to go and rev it up. What's that SEC schedule?
SEC, you got Ole Miss 19 at Arkansas, Vandy at Auburn. You got, I don't know who, Oklahoma playing
Auburn.
Mercer, Florida at Georgia, UMass at Mississippi State, Texas A&M at South Carolina, and Kentucky at Tennessee. That's it.
They playing. Look, it sound like they playing around over there, but that's what they do, and that's what a lot of people don't know and understand. Is the SEC? They know how to schedule these games to where you'll have like over half of the conference or maybe half of the conference with 8 wins, 9 wins. You're like, how do they do that? How do they schedule that? They just only had them 3 losses against those 3 teams. That's why you get so many SEC teams that's ranked high. But I'm surprised we have 3 Big Ten teams in the top 5. That's never been done before.
Yeah,
I've been watching that.
That's because the SEC already beat up on each other already.
Yep, that's what we've been doing. That's what we used to doing. And they having Alabama, Georgia, and LSU or somebody just all actually like how they had it like probably about 3-4 weeks ago or whatever.
It's crazy because y'all got all these Big Ten battles coming up these last 4 weeks right now with the these things is like that Ohio State and Penn State game. Like all of these games, look, the line isn't big. You only had the Oregon game, and I think that line is too big. They giving Michigan 14.5 points, parlay Pope.
Yeah,
I think I'm taking them points and rolling with Michigan.
I don't even bet on my boys, but that 14.
I think that's way too many.
Parlay Pope.
Yeah, I don't bet on my boys either.
I know, but hey, how you feel though? Is that disrespectful or what?
Yeah,
in the big house.
I think that's disrespectful.
Man, we about to do this for Tuttle, man. Our quarterback
retired today, man.
Yeah, we're gonna do it for him.
He said, "Bump it, I'm up out of here, huh?"
Yeah, he been there 7 years.
Yeah.
He was at Indiana and everything.
Yeah.
Hey, it's some monster games in the ACC this week too, though.
Well, the ACC really don't have real teams, so they probably just playing football and going up against each other.
Yeah, but it's playoffs.
They don't want none of this Big Ten or SEC work. But what they got over there? Let me see what you talking about, nephew.
All this stuff matters for the playoff, bro. Duke got.
Oh yeah, for sure. But they only getting one squad in, bro. They definitely ain't getting two. Let me see. Miami Duke blowout.
Man, Duke ain't about to go in there and get blown out. That spread 21.5. I'm jumping on it.
Oh yeah, you say that's one of the money games?
For sure. They is
It's
not
the
about to beat
SMU.
them by 3 touchdowns.
What is it? The SMU Pitt game this weekend. That's really the biggest game.
All the games are they're highly favored. Like them Big Ten games, you know, that it was either you was favored by 3.5 or 2 or something.
Yeah,
you got 21.5, 10, 10.5, 7.5.
I don't think Clemson about to just whoop on Louisville either, though.
I kind of like agree with that too. Like, and at 10.5 points, like I might would mess with them points right there if I was a gambler.
And so I think
we need to come up with some tips for some people, man. We need to probably knock off and bang a couple of these things. Cats be getting hot off of that too. Like having them right picks and putting them picks in and actually winning some real live money.
Parlay Poe supposed to be giving us his 3 a week.
Yeah.
We got
3, right.
Hey, maybe
you supposed to have Parlay Poe's have 3.
We could do that. We could do that on Friday.
All right.
Yeah.
Whatever you're with.
Cool.
Yeah, we could do that on Friday. So give y'all a chance to do the thing.
Yeah. Let me give y'all a scenario, man, and y'all tell me what y'all think, and then we can wrap it up. So if you play in your conference championship, that's one more game you got to play, right?
Yeah.
Yep, 13.
Would you rather have the number 5 seed or one of the top 4 seeds?
I think I would want the 5 and want that home game. And because I want to get the plan as soon as possible so I can get back to running smoothly. So I really technically I would love to have that 5 spot in a home game, a playoff home game in our atmosphere, in our city, late December.
Yeah,
mid-December.
I think that kind of give you an advantage too. Being a 5 seed, being a home team, and then you get to go play on the road, but you bring in that fan base with you, and they into it. They ready to go. So I think I would love to take a 5 seed. I wouldn't mind it. That momentum. You getting yourself prepared and ready. You already.
Well, 5 seed, Moss, your team would have to be good. That's a home game.
So you had to throw that in.
We know you would love it, but they ain't
had to throw it in there. You had to do it. I knew it. I knew it was going to be.
Oh, man. What's your thoughts on that, Paul?
Man.
5 seed. Yeah, I need that home game.
What about you, Zaya?
Yeah, I would take the 5 seed too, man. I think playing that week earlier, that getting your rhythm back from that layoff, I think that'll help anybody, and playing in front of your fans before you go on the road and pack it up, I think that'll definitely help.
Yeah, I agree, man, because if you think about it, you get the 5th seed, right? That means you didn't have to play in your conference championship and have that brutal battle. I mean, because just think about it. If you Oregon and Ohio State, y'all playing each other, that's a battle. If it's Texas and Georgia, that's a battle. If it's Clemson, Miami, that's a battle. Why have that battle at the end of the season just to get a damn SEC or ACC or a Big 10 or a Big 12 championship when your goal is the national championship? But then you get the 5th seed, and guess who you get? You probably get Boise State at the crib. That's a tune-up.
Yeah.
And then you get, and then guess who you get?
You should go
get
for
the number 4. ranked team who is probably Iowa State or BYU.
Oh, yeah.
You get 2 cupcake games.
Yeah.
2 cupcake games.
They gotta shuffle it up, bro. Incentivize that conference championship game where people gonna be college football tanking.
And they're saying the incentive is you get a bye. That's what your incentive is. Yeah. You get to get a banger.
I want to get the plan. I think at that point, at that time, you probably want to get the plan. You don't cause now's not the time to come out rusty. Just like, in some of those bowl games, people start off rusty. Yeah. Now's not the time to start off rusty. Let's play. Let's get it going.
Hey, the incentive of a bye, man. I'd rather collect them ticket sales at the gate.
Yeah.
Exactly. And when your season is done, they playing next week in that championship game. You have the crib resting, and then you get your game ahead of before they play while they got their bye or whatever. But you don't care about that because you like, shoot, I'm resting right now until I play, and I'm playing.
Yeah.
A 12 seed, then I get a 4 seed.
Yeah.
Which is the bottom of those. That's cake all day, man. And you get the number 1 seed in the Final Four. You can't ask for nothing better than that.
And on top of that, bro, some of these teams gonna go in, bro, and they like, damn, we know we in regardless win or loss. Do we want to get injured out here? It's really low key like, damn, do I sit some of these guys and just make up injuries and you know what I mean? Like, I don't, bro. They definitely gotta fix this part of the whole situation.
How do you fix it?
You got to switch it up. You can't have the top teams being incentivized to get a bye when people rather ticket sales than to sell beers. You know what I mean? It just don't add up, bro. You bring too much money to your city to have a playoff game in your home state. I mean, your home city at your field.
So you saying teams is going to tank just to be able to do that?
No, I think they have to. I think they need to move the whole thing. They need to move it back a little bit because that'll allow you to actually have these bowl games. Either you could take these first round bowl games and have them at neutral sites, or you'll be able to give the top 4 teams that home game. But you ain't gonna never be able to do it if you keep the playoff cluttered in them couple of weeks. You got to move it either forward or back. Maybe forward makes more sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're going to have to definitely move it forward. They can't go way into January playing football.
Right.
They're going to have to move it forward.
They're going to have to.
Yeah, they're going to have to move it forward.
And you know what I was thinking? Like, if these dudes ain't in the BCS Bowl, just think how many players is not going to play in the meaningless bowl game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We already seen that trend, and it's making some of these games not interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if dudes playing on Christmas, or you know what I mean, after like on the 26th, them dudes that projected to go pro, they're not gonna play, bro.
Yeah, they're not playing. No, they're not playing.
They're not playing in that bowl game, man.
Hey, what week?
I wonder if they got something in the NIL where that NIL money may need to be like, nigga, you have to be present for every game. Ain't no taking no days off. You getting paid. Just like the NFL, you hurt, you still gotta play. You playing these games. Ain't no you sitting out and you ain't hurt, you got to go play. You get paid to play. So get out there and go play. That's probably something that should be, if it's not in there, that's probably something that should be put in there. Like
Trust me, that NIL gonna change every year, man. It's gonna be stipulations every year. Watch. It's gonna be stipulations every year. Because they just jumped into this, man.
Yeah, they did.
They're always, everything that you hear us saying right now, they thinking about that very same thing, man. And they're trying to iron out the kinks. It's just going to take some time. It's going to take some time.
Definitely.
I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out to be an NFL model at some point, because they're trying to move the college game to coincide and just mirror the NFL, really.
Yeah.
I think that's my
opinion. Since the NCAA, if they get rid of that, it's gonna have to be some kind of NFL person touching that, man, touching all these teams, whatever. The model that money and everything, because these kids, man, even if they end up getting $1 million and you don't make the team, whatever, you still got $1 million. Right. You know what I mean? That nil money ain't guarantee you a spot on an NFL team.
Yeah.
You still got to make the team. So I think the NFL should. Yeah, I think the NFL somehow should be touching that. You know what I mean? Like, because some of these dudes' career can be lost because of that.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I think they're definitely thinking along the same lines that we're talking about right now. It's just, like I said, it's just going to take some time to get there. Next 3 to 5 years, they'll probably have something in place, because they definitely are getting rid of the NCAA. They got to kick rocks.
Yeah.
They got to kick rocks.
Right, you thought they're going to try to keep a hand in there.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. They're going to try to. They're going to. Oh, shit. They ain't going out without a fight.
It's over, but no, it's over for them, because look, y'all have to think about all the money that these old white men is pocketing and off of doing nothing, just off of basketball and football. Like, where are y'all sending all of these billions and billions and billions of dollars? Because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, just mainly off of basketball and football.
Yeah.
That's why all of these universities got these TV contracts off of basketball and football. Like the NCAA, like, who are y'all? And y'all just now paying players. That's why it's so easy for them to pay these players now and let this stuff go, because now we know, like, dog, it's way too much. Where is all this money at?
Man, them ADs and everything, man, they making $100+ a year, man.
Yeah, they making a meal. They getting a meal wheel. Them ADs getting the meal wheels now.
See, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's where it is. They make enough money for it.
Yeah, see, that's crazy, man.
I think the one we just got from Texas A&M, I think he getting over $1 million.
See, and y'all big college too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all big college. Just think the small colleges that can't afford dudes like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Some of these dudes can't afford having $1 million AD or $1 million plus presidents and all that stuff, man. Like,
and just think, when they look, this is what they're talking about behind closed doors. Just think about the amount of money that's going to pour into these universities that's going to be so blessed enough to be able to be a part of the Big Ten and the SEC. Just think of the amount of money that they are going to receive due to this deal. It's going to be enormous, because you're knocking out the middleman, which is the NCAA, and they don't have no rights to these money. It's just something they've been doing for so long. And these ADs that are in, the Big Ten and the SEC, they have been talking for a few years, like, we can cut these middlemen out. Look how much money we're bringing in now. We cut them out. It may quadruple.
Yeah, for sure.
You're talking about universities now getting, $200-300 million a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the things crazy. They could do to facilities and you know what I mean, and players and just everything, just the world, period.
Yeah, facilities have a lot to do with it too.
Yeah,
facilities, your shoe contract, and what them kids there. Yeah, like
everything. You want to have the best and the top notch everything. You want to say, look what you can have.
Yeah.
Evens out the playing field a little bit more when you got 200,000-300,000 to throw on remodeling this stadium or this arena, or you know what I mean, a field house or something.
Yeah.
And everybody gets
exclusive shoes.
Yeah, everybody get to eat.
Yeah, exclusive shoes. You get the Jordans that don't nobody wear. You get them as regular shoes, and then you get them as a cleat. Man, I seen this thing with Michigan, man. They get these shoes, man, that don't nobody have but them.
Yeah, they signed to the brand.
Yeah. I'm like,
That's cool. That's cool.
Okay.
All right, fellas. Well, we'll be back on tomorrow. My man, Level Up Sports, Tim Mossberg, will be doing the NFL rundown. Him and Casey gonna be on tomorrow. So if anybody can join him, please do so. Wednesday.
yeah, I might get on there and get to talk about my boy Russ, man.
Cool. Yeah,
Talk
I
about
know
boy
you've
Russ.
been waiting. I know
You
you've
hear
been
me?
waiting.
Nah, I'm still Team Justin too, though. But we
Hey,
just
it's the same thing. They doing good together. It look like they getting along and everything. Even though Russ don't like nobody, he might be acting, but Russ don't like nobody. But they getting along, and Justin learning from him, which is you have to remember how important that is too. So just to be able to sit and watch a championship quarterback like Russell Wilson, that's going to do a lot for Justin.
Let me tell you something about Russ. Everybody said he don't like nobody. He just ain't being around genuine people like this. You know what I mean? He around genuine people that really care. Tomlin and them. You see how fast he signed when we got him in the building? Right. You know what I mean? He signed in the building. He went to go see somebody else, then he came back to PA. Like, come on, man, I'm ready to do this. You know what I mean? He around genuine people, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is. They hate the Yahoos hate Tomlin, but it's a whole bunch of them black players. Like, I want to play for Coach Tomlin. You know what I mean? But the Yahoos don't like him. We're gonna get on that tomorrow then. Mossberg, we're gonna get on that tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna get on that tomorrow.
I'm gonna put that at the headline in my notes. Parlay.
Yeah, we're gonna get on that tomorrow.
All right, fellas, man. Well, I appreciate y'all jumping on, man. I'm glad y'all was able to make it. And we'll be back again on tomorrow, and then college football on Thursday. So hopefully you can make both of those.
Hey, it's a lot of sports on right now, too, y'all. It's a lot of sports on right now.
Yeah, I'm watching Louisiana and Texas State.
Me too. Somebody just got hurt. Yeah, somebody just got hurt.
Back.
Yeah, they brung out the cart, man. Somebody got hurt bad.
They've been on since what's today? Wednesday. They start coming on Tuesdays now.
All right, y'all. I'm out. WTP Sports Dudes in the building, out the building. Till next time, y'all. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Peace.
Peace.